What's up, wrestling card collectors? Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza here. I'm going to be opening up my first SGC submission on video. I'm going to tell you why I chose the cards I did. I'm going to reveal my grades, and I'm also going to tell you why I chose SGC. Let's have some fun.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
So I chose SGC because I still think it's the best value in grading right now. I also like CSG, but I don't think it has the reputation of SGC quite yet. And at $30 a card for handsome tuxedo slabs, I still find that to be the best value in grading. I chose the cards I did because I have a collection of 1990 classic WWF cards in my closet that I've saved in pristine condition from childhood. All of the cards are in about the same condition, and I wanted to send in a few of my base cards from that set to see how SGC handled them before I send in my Warriors and Hogans. And I know what grades I received already. I couldn't wait, and I did look on the website, and I got some pretty nice grades here. So without further ado, I'm going to open the box and show you what I got. This is the first time I'm actually looking at the cards. The first card is an oversized card. This is actually not one of the 1990 classics, but it's one of my favorite wrestlers just the same. This is a 1950s exhibit card from Gorgeous George. Now, folks that know Gorgeous George know that he was one of the pioneers of the flamboyant ring attire and one of the superstars of the day. These cards are pretty inexpensive, but I'm seeing them less and less on the auction sites. I think that they're starting to gain some traction. This one here was in very, very good condition. The only problem with it is it was faded. The ink, I could tell, was not as black or dark as it should have been. And for that reason, SGC would not give it a number. They only graded it as an authentic. But my first time opening this up here, this still looks great in the oversized slab. Here it is right here. Again, 1950s Gorgeous George exhibit card. And this was rated an A in the oversized slab. The oversized slab is much more expensive, about $100 to grade this, but I still think a card of Gorgeous George from the 1950s that's in pretty nice condition outside of the wear from the sun, I'm very happy. And moving on to the 1990 classics. Like I said, I chose base cards just to see what I would get for grades. The first one here is Classy Freddie Blassie, WWF, WWE Hall of Famer. You can see that he received a 9.5 from SGC. Let's look at the back of the card. He was known as Classy Freddie Blassie, more than 5 decades of experience as a 5-time champion, a top manager, and a wrestling personality. His secrets of success: don't give up. Even when they count 10 over you, you have to get up. One of the tough guys, one of the great managers of the sport, and of course his wrestling days are also of Hall of Fame credential. So I just have always liked this classic image of him. He has his rhinestone jacket on, he's pointing out. Of course, people know that Classy Freddie Blassie coined the phrase pencil neck geek, and one of the legends of the sport. So very happy with a 9.5 for that card. Card number 2, greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, Honky Tonk Man. Of course, if you ask Honky, he'll tell you 20 reasons why he is the greatest. There are many great Intercontinental Champions along the way, from Ultimate Warrior to Rick Rude to Macho Man, but Honky is the one that we all call the greatest. And this is a great card of him, a super image. He does have his big blue belt buckle, looking really nice on the 1990 Classic. All of these cards are really sharp cards, even though they're pretty abundant. I think there's a lot of appeal for this series ongoing. Reading the back of the card, it says his hometown is Memphis, Tennessee, weight of 248. Famous wrestling move, the shake, rattle, and roll neck breaker. Special feats and talents, adding opponents to the Honky Tonk Man's greatest hits list. Unusual characteristics, claims to sing, dance, play the guitar, and wrestle better than anyone. So again, another 9.5, very, very happy with that grade. Greatest Intercontinental Champion, Honky Tonk Man, 1990 Classic. Moving on here, this card got the lowest grade of the set, but still pretty nice, 8.5 Dusty Rhodes. I think the main reason that this one got a lower grade was the centering, and I included him to see how strict SGC would be with the centering. You can see the top-bottom centering is off, even though the corners, edges, and overall surface is very similar to the other two cards that got the 9.5. So I think the reason this one was only an 8.5 is that centering issue. But again, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, his WWF run was great. He has the polka dots. I think a lot of people don't look at that as the highlight of his career, but a great run in the WWF nonetheless. Back of this card, it says he's 289 pounds, of course, from Austin, Texas. His famous wrestling move is the bionic elbow and the sleeper. Special feats and talents, likes to be known as the working man's champion. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And the final card here, this one was a little bit of a surprise to me. I was surprised to get a Gem Mint 10 on this Hulk Rules. Now, of course, this is one of the logo cards from the 1990 set. You could only get these in the wax packs. You could not get them in the full set of the classics. And of course, Hulk Hogan, anything with Hulk Hogan and Hulk Rules, iconic card in really good condition. This has been sitting in my closet for over 30 years, and it's still got a Gem Mint 10 grade. I was thrilled with that. And that does it, folks. I'm thrilled. Got some great marks on these cards. Again, they're over 30 years old. I couldn't believe to get 8.5, two 9.5s, and a 10 on cards of that age that I opened 30 years ago. So you can do it. You can still grade older cards and still get good grades on them, as evidenced by that 10 on the Hulk Rules and the 9.5 on the Honky Tonk Man and the classy Freddie Blassie. Seeing that I got good grades, I'm going to send some more cards in, probably my Warrior rookies and some of my Hogans and Andres that I have in my closet from the same set. And hopefully I'll get good grades on those as well. And when I do, or if I do, I'll share that on camera as well. It feels great to have slab fresh cards, tuxedo slabs straight from the factory. They look amazing, they look immaculate. Awesome for my collection. I'll probably try to flip a couple of them, and the other ones I'll just hold on to and enjoy. So that does it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you do like this content and do find value, please be sure to subscribe. Have a great week.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.